Well, howdy. My name is Parker Wagner. I'm a junior mechanical engineering major from Austin, Texas, and I'm also a loud and proud member of the class of 23, and I'm running for senior yell leader. Absolutely. So what I'm involved with here at Texas A&M, my first year, I joined Brothers Under Christ Fraternity, also known as Beta Upsilon Chi. That's been a blessing to be part of that brotherhood for the past 3 years, make meaningful connections, have a great time, and ultimately just give back to the university by our acts of service every semester. On campus, I get to work as a tour guide and ambassador for the university with Howdy Crew, which has been a blast. Highly recommend working for Howdy Crew. It's the best on-campus job there is. And I'm also involved in the American Society of Mechanical Engineers to kind of build up my reputation as a mechanical engineer. Also a co-chair for Impact Omega Simeon, come on, for last semester. That was so much fun. I got to invest in freshmen, make them feel loved and welcome here on campus, and make sure they find a home here in Aggieland the same way that I did my freshman year. So I love telling my Aggie story. I grew up in Austin. Thank goodness I'm not a Longhorn today. But it was preached to me that I was going to go wear burnt orange for 4 years of my life, and because my parents didn't go to UT, but they were. I mean, you living in Austin, everyone's a fan of UT, so it was just going to assume like if you got the grades, you're going to go to UT. And I believed that up until my junior year, until I started doing my own research, kind of feeling out what I wanted from a college experience. And I went on tours, and my first tour was Texas A&M, and it completely changed my expectations and my mindset going into finding a college. Hearing about things like silver taps, muster, how large the university is, and how easy it is to feel like you belong here on campus. Like literally the second I stepped on campus, after I got my little visitor tag saying, hey, I'm a guest, there were students that walked up to me like, oh my gosh, where are you from? How can I help you find the visitor center? Like, how can I make you feel loved on campus? And the past 3 years of my life have been incredible. Being an Aggie is so much more than being an Aggie. It means you're part of the Aggie family. And learning about what that means the past 3 years has been incredible. Standing at Silver Taps, standing as the 12th man during football games, volleyball games, basketball games, it's been a blessing. I truly believe I'm here at the best university in the world. So much so that I give prospective tours to prospective students every week, and just being able to share that experience and make a freshman's decision much easier, in my opinion, bringing them to the best school in the world. Awesome. So the main reason I want to be a yell leader is because every single person here on campus has a reason they want to give back. A&M gives us plenty of memories, friends, and ultimately just an experience that is once in a lifetime here at Texas A&M. And I want to give back in a form of being the face of the university. I get to do that kind of right now as a tour guide and be that face for prospective students. But I want to take that to the next level and give back on Kyle Field and Reed Arena, and I want to unify the entire student body. But another huge reason that I'm running this year is because I'm running as part of Ag 5, and that is a platform that opens up yell leader positions as a candidacy for every student on campus. And that's super important to me. I think A&M is moving towards and fighting for a more inclusive and representative body, and I think opening up the yell leader position to the entire student body is an incredible movement to get behind. So I'm proud to run as yell leader, not just for myself, not just for the 4 other guys I'm running with in Ag 5, but ultimately for a freshman who's like, I have a dream, I want to be yell leader, I want to make that a reality for me, and I want this platform to serve as an ignition to that dream for them. And who knows, maybe there's like a 4th grader watching Aggie football, and they might not get involved in the Corps Cadets, or they might not have a specific inclusion here on campus that can set them up for being a yell leader. But this platform, I want this to be legacy. I want this to be something that I leave behind here at Texas A&M to make sure that every single student here on campus that has a dream can make that dream a reality. Absolutely. That's a fun question to answer. I don't really like talking about my own accolades, but I like to consider myself a very outgoing, friendly person. I feel like I'm well-spoken. I have lots of training. I get to talk for 90 minutes about A&M every week to prospective students and their families, so that's a blast. I'm very well-versed in our traditions. I mean, I've learned every single tour point about Texas A&M, so when it comes to speaking at fish camps or going to Aggie Moms Clubs, I feel like I just have a blast sharing my experiences with the university. I mean, I still need to work on the yells themselves. I don't have that exactly down. Talking with some former yell leaders, are like, you need to fix this form a little bit. But ultimately, I feel like the most important thing about running for yellow is you have to have the passion, because you are giving a lot of your time to the university. You are becoming the face of the university. It takes a lot of grit to know that you are going to be serving the university every single week, multiple days a week, wearing the all whites and representing every single student here at Texas A&M. So that holds a lot of weight to me. So I know I need to mentally prepare for what that entails, but I feel like I've definitely got the qualifications to make sure that I serve the university well. Absolutely. So I'm a big fan of Locomotive. There's something about the cadence of us slowly increasing all the raws. I was always jealous as a freshman. I couldn't get to do the woo! Like, I love doing that now as an upperclassman. But honestly, just getting, and this is the funny part about it too, is like sometimes people are like entirely off on the cadence, and like sometimes I'll laugh about that. But honestly, one of my favorites, right behind Beat the Hell, but my all-time favorite is Locomotive. Absolutely. So the most meaningful tradition to me is Silver Taps. I heard about it on my own prospective tour, and I was like, wow, that's really different. Not oftentimes we hear colleges giving back and respecting a family that much. So hearing that on my tour, I was like, oh my gosh, like, I want to be part of that. And then I was part of it. I'm not a super emotional guy, but when I attended my first ever Silver Taps as a freshman, walking in silence, hearing Amazing Grace in the bell tower, immediately walking into it, I knew I was about to experience something extremely special. But standing in the grass next to my brand new friends that I literally met in the past week, I felt right at home. And watching the Ross Volunteer Squad walk in with such excellence, and the amount of respect I have for those positions, and the amount of respect I have for, I mean, I don't remember the names of the Aggies that I lost. I have no idea who they are, but watching the families get escorted, I watched that and was brought to tears, knowing that unfortunately if that was me, my family would be holding hands walking through Academic Plaza, knowing that there's 1,000 students supporting them in the plaza, but there's 70,000 students supporting them outside of that. And I was brought to tears knowing that that's how much this university cares about people. That's how much this university cares about me. No matter if people know my name, I'm going to be called, people are going to call here for me when I pass. My time as an Aggie started with Howdy and will ultimately end with here. But like I said, just hearing the Buglers play to the north, south, west, and not the east, it just meant the world to me to know that I was part of the Aggie family and the Aggie family cared about me. Okay. So for some reason in high school, I got like really into beatboxing. So I learned a bunch of like random noises, and one that I learned was a cricket noise. So I can make a cricket noise with my mouth. So there have been times in high school where like the teacher would have like a really awkward silence, and I'd like look into the corner and go. And I thought that was the funniest thing in the world. But yeah, I can do beatboxing. For some reason I'm good at dancing. I was highly involved in Songfest, so I got to enjoy that. But my favorite go-to is that cricket noise. My name's Parker Wagner, and I'm a loud and proud member of the Fightin' Texas Ag class of 2023. Hey, hey, hey! Woo!
Perfect. That's all the questions we